Hello there! Once again, this is Anton from Anton Will Obey, and today I am taking a look at Power Rangers Lightning Collection Yellow Ranger. She looks pretty good in the package. I don't know. This is one that's a little bit weird for me. I'm not a Power Ranger guy. I'm getting the crap out of these Power Ranger figures, but I don't watch Power Rangers. I love Super Sentai. And that's why this one is a little bit weirder than others. Normally, Super Sentai stuff, I just kind of take the American heads that I don't need and put it in a bin and don't worry about it. But this is a little different because in the original, which was known as Zyuranger, and was one of the weaker, in my opinion, was definitely one of the weaker Super Sentai series. But the character of the Yellow Ranger and Zyuranger was played by a man, and so the suit, when he transformed into Ranger form, he would have been wearing his suit. And they basically just reused the same footage. Of course, that's how they made Power Rangers. But what you wound up with is, it was Trini, it was a woman in the American version, and then when they turned to and used the actual Japanese footage, it was a man in the costume. And it worked. It didn't really show up that badly, but now that they've made this figure, they have embraced the fact that it is a woman character, even though in the Japanese it was a man character. So where I'm a Super Sentai person, this should be a dude in the suit. But we have gone ahead and embraced the fact that it is in fact a girl. So in that way, it definitely looks great for Power Rangers, but it does not really fit my Super Sentai deal. Because in Super Sentai, the Yellow Ranger was a dude. Anyway, just a weird little thing I've come to realize after I bought it. I was really excited when I saw her because I was like, oh, it's Trini. And then I was like, well, what does that mean for me as a Super Sentai fan? Anyway, you can see these Lightning series are amazing figures. The head sculpt on Trini here is amazing. They always come with a red blaster. At least all the regular Power Rangers do. Come with a couple extra hands. Always come with these weird energy effects, which I haven't really utilized much yet. And then she comes with her 2 signature daggers. And then the articulation on this, you get amazing. Well, it's basically Marvel Legends, except that you get a lot more ab crunch than you do out of a Marvel Legends. So you get ball jointed at the hip, upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees, a rotation at the top of the boot, and then like ankle rocker pivot on the leg, on the ankle, obviously. You don't get a waist rotation. The rotation comes from the upper waist, like right under the rib cage. But your ab crunch, which has been fantastic on all of these, crunch is pretty heavy. You get butterfly pivots in the shoulders, plus you get a ball joint, single jointed elbow, which gives you enough range of motion. It's really quite enough. And then you get a rotation at the wrist, and that also with the pivot. And these are, of course, ball socket or socketed in there on a peg, which I'm not going to pull out right now. Let's see. And then you get a lot of head rotation because it's also on a swivel as well as on a ball. So the paint work on everything is fantastic. And I don't have any technical problems with the figure itself. Just that little bit of continuity issue from the Japanese version to the American version. And that, well, that's really my only problem that I've been dealing with this figure at all. And other than that, she's great. Can't complain about it at all. And like throughout the rest of the Sentai series, sometimes the Yellow Rangers, I'd say they were most often girls, but there were several teams that were also. The Yellow Rangers were often guys too. So there was no real color lockup. The Red Ranger wasn't always the leader, it seems like. But anyway, if you're just looking for a good Mighty Morphin Power Rangers figure, Yellow Ranger, this is as good as you're going to find. I think these are better than the Bandai Legacy Edition stuff. They match with the rest of your figures. All of your Hasbro figures, obviously, this just is going to fit in with all of them. And so I'm going to recommend it. I think it's great. Zyuranger. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. That is my story, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.